Chapter 14, Happy Kitchen, Happy Life. Hopefully you're having a great day. You and Charles watch through Charles's window as Mari lugs heavy trash bags up the street in the dark of the night. What the hell is in those bags, and where is she taking them? Barely 2 minutes later, you spot her rushing home without the bags, and casting frequent glances over her shoulder. You wait until she disappears into her home before turning to Charles. He sees the look on your face and lets out a soft laugh. Let me guess, we're about to investigate. You know me well, partner. The two of you make the trek up street, trying to look inconspicuous while keeping your eyes peeled for the mystery bags until finally... Charles, look! The garbage bags, check them out. Why would she just leave them there? Sitting out in the open on Christine's lawn? Do you think she's trying to frame her for something? We can hypothesize all we want, or we can just open the bags and find out. Charles takes hold of one of the bags, but your heart suddenly pounds as you imagine what he might find inside. You clutch his shoulder. Wait, what if she's got murder supplies in there, like an axe, rope, bleach, or body parts? I highly doubt she would have cut someone up. She's a cook, remember? Only one way to find out. Charles puts a comforting hand on your shoulder, then whips out a switchblade and brings it to the first bag. You just carry that thing around? It's a carpenter thing, useful too, look. He slices the bag open, and the contents immediately spill out. You're confused for a moment before bending to inspect one of the bags. Dried flour, a whole bag is full of them. Not just that bag, both of them. He slashes open the other bag in confusion, revealing more withered flowers. He quickly rises and pulls out his phone. I'm taking a leaf out of Yvette's book. A plant-identifying app should be able to tell us about these flowers. Yvette would be so proud. Now I just have to learn how to navigate this damn thing. Charles aims his phone camera at the flowers, and after a moment, you hear a ding and his eyes light up. It worked. These are called foxgloves, a pinkish purple flower that can grow as tall as 60 inches. All parts of the plants are extremely poisonous, with the ability to slow or disrupt the heart. Disrupt the heart, don't touch it. Grab Charles' wrist just as he reaches for one of the petals. I'm sure you have to inhale it or eat it. It's alright, according to the app, foxgloves aren't poisonous to the touch, only when ingested. Your mind flashes back to Mari's reputation as a home cook, the casserole she brought to the block party. You two ask me that every potluck, and every year, what do I say? Your recipes are being buried with you. 6 feet under. Oh my god. She could have baked the stuff into one of her dishes and fed it to Valerie. It's possible, but a few trash bags of foxgloves won't prove anything. Forget the trash bags, we need to break into her kitchen and find out what else she has been cooking. A few days later, you wait until by the window, peering through the blinds towards her house. Come on, you got that big baking competition today. You don't want to be late. Suddenly you see her come out to her driveway carrying a large cake box. She places it delicately in the passenger seat with a broad grin. You wait until she drives off and then fire off a text to him. It's go time. A few minutes later, you both step inside her back door. I'd say people around here should invest in better locks. But it makes our lives easier that they haven't. I think the kitchen is this way. You follow Charles and find yourself in a neat, spotless kitchen. Even when you run a finger along the countertop, it comes up clean. This place is freakishly clean, not a smudge or crumb in sight. I think I just found Exhibit A. He points to a laptop open on the counter, and you walk over to it. What does she have here? You click on the browser, finding it bookmarked to Mari's lifestyle blog. You read the title out loud. Happy Kitchen, Happy Life. It's true. Happy kitchen, happy life, happy day, my fellow baking enthusiast. I cannot wait to share this new recipe with all of you. Forget your grandma's boring chocolate cake. This dessert packs a punch at first bite with a floral undertone that will leave you breathless and dreaming of springtime. And it all starts with the source of my inspiration, the beautiful foxglove flower. A foxglove-themed cake? That's not all. She named the cake Gone But Not Forgotten. A chill runs up your spine as you dig deeper, scrolling to another entry on Mari's blog. She talked about growing a foxglove flower bed a few months ago. She called them her children. That's not creepy at all. It's not, because people say that about cats, dogs, squirrels, chipmunks. Like, what do you want? Wait, isn't that a comment from Valerie right there? You lean close to the page, reading the comment at the bottom of the blog post out loud. Valerie Wright, isn't gardening the best? Sadly, brick flower beds violate the HOA rules. I trust you'll remove it by the week's end. I assure you that it'll be taken care of ASAP, but perhaps you'd like to inform Christine, who's had brick flower beds on her front lawn for years. I'm starting to get a motive. There's a more recent post where Mari's lamenting the loss of her flower beds. So you're thinking she was forced to rip up her children because of a Valerie, and then in revenge, she used her cooking skills to brew a poison to feed Valerie. Bake Valerie a cake with petals inside. With the petals still flesh, it would have been easy to shred them up and disguise them in a cake batter. Still, she'd need to be able to disguise their flavor to fool Valerie into eating enough, though. There's got to be something here. Look harder. You frantically start flipping through some of the cookbooks while Charles searches through other documents on her computer. These books are even more pristine than her countertops. Not a suspicious note or an annotation anywhere. Nothing here either. I'm gonna have to have a look in the living room. You zero in on a basket behind the couch and pull it towards you. Noting it's heavier than you'd expected, you rifle through the chunky knit throws. Hang on, Charles. Get in here. I think I found something. You move aside one of the blankets and discover a stash of all kinds of strange items. A men's hockey trophy, a dog leash, and world's best mom. This can't be Mari's. She doesn't have kids. And a dog leash. Alan's allergic and more of a golfer than a hockey player. I think we just found all the items she's stolen from the neighbors. This could be an intel gold mine. And if she's stolen from either of us, I want to know about it too. Let's see what else is here. You start by examining the world's best mom mug, counting 8 sets of different colored fingerprints. The message inside reads, "Happy 45th birthday." There's only one woman with 8 kids and counting on the street. Kelsey. Bingo. But aren't Kelsey and Mary BFFs? I guess no one is immune to Mary's kleptomania. I don't think it's a conscious choice for her so much as it is a compulsion. Her problem must be worse than anyone suspects. Bad enough to risk a friendship, at least. You dig back into the basket and pull out a second item. Fancy red lace bra. You inspect it and find a tag still attached. It hasn't even been worn, but there's a note on the tag. To my sexy, stunning wife, here's to 1 year together. Love you, Gerald. Gerald is a Jerry, Sadie's rich old late husband. That's the one. Jeez. Couldn't she steal anything better? You say that like you're disappointed. Of course not. It's just, of all the things to steal, why would she choose another woman's underwear? Maybe she thought the lace was worth something? No, people like this, they see something really nice, and they're like, "Zhoop," and they just take it. Literally, it's how people act. Then why steal it already? She's clearly held onto it for years. You got me there. You mull over the items, trying to piece together any sort of correlation. The mug was a birthday gift, this was an anniversary gift. It's like she only steals things that have sentimental value. Come to think of it, I didn't see any happy anniversary mugs or bras among her own things. Maybe her husband doesn't remember important dates, and she called her foxgloves her children? Because she doesn't have any of her own, not for lack of wanting them, apparently. She steals because she's jealous. All these neighbors have families, people love them, and she doesn't. I think you might be right. It's also really sad. That almost makes me feel sorry for her. Don't forget this woman you're feeling sorry for is also a proven thief. I'm not saying she isn't wrong for what she does, but she's obviously lonely. People still do strange things when they're craving attention. What about her husband? Something tells me he doesn't pay her much attention at all. Just then, Charles gasps. That's where those disappeared to. He reaches into the basket and pulls out a pair of bear-pawed-shaped oven mitts. That is adorable. Yvette gave them to me for Father's Day gift when she was younger. They've been missing for ages. He smiles softly as he turns them over in his hands, and your heart warms at the sight. Put them on, then. Let me see how they look. Grinning, he slips his hands in the mitts and holds them up for your approval. Well, you look like someone loves you very much. I'm doing a pun. It's an adorable father-daughter gift. Yvette was heartbroken when they went missing. I'm sure she thought I just ditched them, and the whole time they were really here. I can't wait to show her they aren't lost after all. I wish you could take them home with you, but Maury will notice if anything goes missing. Charles regards the gloves wistfully for a moment and then tucks them back into the basket. Who gives a shit? Seriously. I would have taken the gloves and been like, screw this woman, let her rummage through her house trying to find them again. You're right, it's nice to know what happened to them, though. As you nudge everything back into place and slide the basket back behind the couch, you can't help feeling a twinge of pity for Maury. She must feel so unloved at home as she's trying to fill the void with stolen gifts and online followers. You can feel bad for her later. We still need to find proof she fed Valerie poison. You're right. Why don't we try the kitchen again? If there's any proof of poisoning, it'll be in there. That door's bound to lead to her pantry. She might have something telling in there. You head over to said door, fling it open, but inside there are no pantry staples, no baking ingredients. It's just takeout box after takeout box mixed with food packaging supplies. This pantry is a total mess. You go through several boxes before one cake box in particular gets your attention. You hand it to Charles. It's a custom order foxglove themed cake from a professional bakery. So she's a fraud on top of it all. Probably the one she's presenting at her cake competition today. This tracks with what Kelsey told me. Maury sold a boxed mix cake of her failed bed and breakfast, too. Apparently she gave everyone food poisoning. You spot a receipt for cupcakes on the shelf and read it out loud. $24.99 for 1 dozen mint chocolate chip cupcakes. Did you just say mint chocolate chip? Charles hurries back into the kitchen with you on his heels. On her laptop, he shows you her most recently uploaded baking video. Makes 1 dozen mint chocolate chip cupcakes. Oh my god, she hasn't cooked a day in her life. It's all a lie. But what was the point? Likes, attention, views, clout. It's what a lot of YouTubers do. I'm gonna be honest with you, a lot of content creators do. It's literally just a set piece she's been using to sell a persona, and it's been working. This all proves one thing, she can't cook. So unless somehow she shoved the flowers down Valerie's throat, Maury can't be the murderer. Back at home with Charles, the two of you sprawl out on the couch to discuss your investigation. About the only thing she could do was grow the flowers. That was it. Which that's not really hard. It's called water. That's it. So, I'm serious. Everybody's like, I have a brown thumb. No, you just gotta water your flowers. That's it. So Maury was another dead end, but after everything we've been seeing, I keep thinking back to Sadie as a top suspect. That's what has me worried. The woman has a lot of support in this neighborhood. because she's blackmailed half of Vermillion Lane. Exactly. If we go all out against her, she's going to make your life a living hell. Just like she and Valerie did to everyone else who stood up against them. Charles, I'm not afraid of her. His expression softens, his lips curving into a proud smile. I'm well aware you've gone toe-to-toe with her like no one I've ever seen. Then why are you so worried? He places a hand on your knee, and instinctively you cover it with your own. Charles, what is it? If you're in deep, then I am too with you. He rests his forehead against yours. There's so much trust in the gesture, so much vulnerability in his eyes, that your heart suddenly leaps in your throat. The more time we spend together, the more I care about you, Faith. The more afraid I am that all this digging will get you hurt. Your thoughts swim with a heady mix of frustration and elation. There's no way I can stop looking for Valerie's killer. I just can't. But if Charles is really this worried about me, is he finally moving on from his wife? This should be your concern. Not really. Are you asking me to stop? I'm asking you to be careful so that I can keep doing this. His lips press warmly against your neck before dipping down to your collarbone, and you respond to his touch. Charles. It's clearly a distraction, so you'll forget about the investigation, but his scheme gives you an idea of your own. If he wants me to forget about our investigation, I'll make him forget to worry. Right. I should bring my lips to his neck, trail a hand up between his legs. I'm a neck man. What do you want? You push Charles back against the couch and press your lips to the base of his throat, teasing him with your tongue. What are you doing? Making a point. Running a hand up the ridges of his abs, you nab at his neck, earning a low groan of approval. We've come this far, raking up evidence. We're spending so much time with each other, getting to know each other, getting to touch each other. We're so close. The killer is our fingertips, I just know it. Go on. Charles groans as your tongue swipes against his pulse point, your fingers toying with the button of his pants. So we can't just give up now, right? I want to hear you say it. Go on. Tell me I'm right. Charles whispers breathlessly. You're right, Iris. Oh. Well, the moment his wife's name leaves his lips, you both freeze. You pull back, heart sinking in your chest. I'm so sorry. That's not what I meant to say. Can we just forget that ever happened? You manage to keep your voice steady as you look him in the eye. No, if we're going to keep doing this, I need to know where we stand. Do you really care about me, Charles, even to move on from her? He hesitates. Part of you starts to hope, but then expression darkens, and like he's putting up a wall between you. I don't know how to answer, though. You stand up, and agony washes over his face as you put a few steps between you. If you're not able to answer, then it's best you go home for the night. You turn towards the door, but to your surprise, he catches your hand. Please don't ask me to go. Not now. He pulls you gently back onto the couch. Despite your better instincts, you let him. Charles leans in, resting his forehead on your shoulder. Can we just sit here and not think, just enjoy each other? Not if you can't be honest with me. Why don't you trust me enough to tell me how you're feeling? It's not that I don't trust you. It's that I don't know how to describe what I'm feeling. He takes a deep breath, and they exhale, coming out choppily against your shoulder. Meeting you knocked me off my feet. You're caring, generous. He brushes a kiss on the swoop where your shoulder meets your neck. The touch of his skin so delicate it makes you shiver. Sexy as hell. Okay, not a terrible start. He sits back suddenly, looking you straight in the eyes as he takes your hands. His expression is wide open, unguarded. And I never want to be apart from you, ever. What do you... He leans in to press another kiss to your neck. His words echo in your ears as your skin tingles, warming at his touch. I can't put how I feel into words, but I can show you, Faith. He cups your cheek as he captures your lips in a slow, lingering kiss. Let me prove to you the only way I know how. Pretty much let him show you how. If it gets risque, we'll have to cut it short because of YouTube. Also, we'll have a talk at the end of this video. I'm listening. How's this to start? He pulls you into his lap, your hips straddling his, hands braced against his shoulders. The contact sets your heart racing, and so does Charles' next kiss, his teeth scraping against the sensitive skin of your neck. Oh, not bad. The moment I get close to you, I can't get over how gorgeous you are. He shifts to kiss the other side of your neck, his words a low hum against your throat. I've never met another woman like you, this brave, this bold. He slips your straps down your shoulders, trailing kisses downward along the top of your bra. I'm not the only bold one. You're always right there with me, keeping me on my toes. Then his fingers lightly stroke your bare back, and your only focus is on his touch. Keeping up with you is a full-time job. You deserve a raise. Charles shoves your clothes aside before claiming your mouth with his. He kisses you softly, his every movement reverent. God, you look incredible. Prove it. He lowers his mouth to your chest, pushing your bra cups under your two breasts and swiping his tongue over your nipples. Uh-oh, it's getting a little risque. He lifts his shirt over his head, tossing it behind him, and you trail a hand down his abs, enjoying the noise he makes in response. Charles, I want you, but only if you want me to. You meet your gaze, eyes full of sincerity. Trust me, I want you. Now tell me what you need. His words stir the lost building inside of you, and you reach for his waistband, panting as you undo the pants and tug at the zipper. I want to feel wanted. I can't just trust that. I need to see it, feel it. I hear you, and I'm working on it, starting right. With an easy flex of his muscles, he shifts your positions, lowering you against the cushions of the couch and slipping between your legs. You watch with rapt attention as he pushes your skirt up with his nose. Now. Basically, there's a few more taps. We ended up in the bedroom, a few more, and then here we are. Charles scoops you in his arms and holds you tight as you catch your breath. Incredible. You lie there for a while without speaking, basking in the warmth of him. But eventually you both dress and you walk Charles to the door before you can say your goodbye. He pulls you into his arms. I understand, why you have your worries when it comes to Iris. Charles, it's not about Iris. It's the fact that I don't always know where I stand with you. That's what worries me. That makes sense. I'm still finding the words for everything I'm feeling. But right now, I hope I was able to show you that you're my priority. Though it's not the answer you quite wanted, his sincerity is impossible to resist. Let's just say it was a pretty good start. Good night, Charles. Charles gives you a slow, tender kiss. Good night. He leaves, and you head upstairs feeling a little bit more secure than you did earlier. Hours later, you suddenly jolt awake in bed, a strange smell tickling your nose, pungent and unnatural. That was me the other day, having my window open. Oh god, it was horrible. What is that? Wait, is someone cooking something? You toss the covers aside just as Charles bursts in your room in a panic. He grabs your hand frantically. Faith, we have to go. Your house is on fire. What? We have to put it out. All the things are here. My pictures of Aunt Bella. This is my home. I'm sorry, but there's no time. Charles tugs you out the door, and as you race downstairs, the smell hits you like a wave. You finally see the flames licking up the walls. No! Wow, someone actually set your house on fire. Charles half leads, half drags you across the street to the safety of his porch. You let him pull you into his arms, your body rigid with shock as flames engulf your house. Neighbors begin drifting onto the street to oogle. Oh my god, poor Faith. Poor Faith, that house has been on its last legs for years. Your gaze slips past them and you spot Sadie just a little ways down the street. Only she's not looking at your house, she's staring right at you. As your eyes meet, she raises her wine glass and a toast, slowly mouthing a word in your direction. Cheers! Without further ado, thank you all for watching. Please remember that if you did enjoy, to like, share, and subscribe. Head down in the description, plenty of things to check out there, ways to support this channel and this community, and also to become a part of it. So with that being said, let me say the following. I don't know if you guys have ever had a moment like that. You're with someone, right? And you echo someone else's name. Yeah, no. I think we've all been there. I can honestly say I, myself, have even screwed up. I have screwed up there. Even though I still have my V card, there's other things, you know. And just TLDR, there was a time where I had just gotten out of pretty heavy relationship, okay? It was pretty heavy with a lot of things. And I'd say it was a few months later I got into another kind of like relationship. I guess they call them rebounds, where I kind of echo the other person's name. Yes, even I am not infallible, okay? It's a little embarrassing, but just saying. It does happen to the best of us. Because if someone leaves such an impression on you, or something is familiar, and your mind kind of like just, your consciousness kind of like lets go, and you're at the thin veil between subconscious and consciousness, is the best way I can look at it, is, yeah, no, there's something somewhere might slip out. That's one of the reasons why I'm a person who just does not. I'm very guarded in that area. I'm very guarded. So for me to let go of my consciousness control, to not think, to not have control, is something that I don't do anymore, because there's a lot that has happened to me, or a lot just in period, that just is pushed back, held, controlled, compartmentalized, put in cages, the whole 9 yards, right? To just keep it from being in the conscious world, right? So yeah, that's about the gist of it. This is one of the reasons why I don't do anything that can make me lose control. Because I just don't. It's nothing like, oh man, he'll become Hulk. It's just, you know, I don't like to lose control of my mind. It is actually kind of like a fear, I guess you could say I have. To release and relax, and I don't know. I just can't. I relax in other things in other ways, like meditation and biking and all that other stuff, but to actually, like, you know, not think, to let it all go and to drift away and let your subconscious take over in a way, or whatever, right? To be in that heady space again. I just don't, I'm not there anymore. And then maybe that's one of the reasons why I'm a little critical, or have a bunch of criticism or whatnot for things, because I think with mostly logical, rational, common sense, and I don't let like emotions or whatnot take over anymore. I won't let them, really. So I don't know. Let me know if you guys have ever slipped up down in the comment section below, or ever came close. You know, maybe it was a name or something on the very tip of your tongue, that, or on your lips, and it's like, oh shit, better stop. No, I gotta come back to reality, you know? Let me know. Because again, we're not all infallible. No one is perfect. And I thought I would share that to say, hey, no, I get it, he screwed up. But I also very much understand why. Because again, he was with someone who he very much loved, probably would still be with. Clearly, they had a really great relationship. They had raised a kid together, the whole nine yards. So, like, this is a person who was very much in his life for many, 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 many years, right? So, yes, no, I get that, and it's just something that they'll forever be a part of him, right? Things and like that will always be a part of him, much like they'll always be a part of Yvette. It's just a person that was very much there in their lives and has touched them, and they'll forever be there, right? They'll never leave. And people really should come to terms with that too, because like there's nothing wrong with that. A lot of people who have never experienced that may think there's something wrong with that, and there actually isn't. Those are people just that have made a significant impact on their lives that just, they will forever have a presence there. And the sooner people accept that, like, yeah, no, he shouldn't be saying every time he gets intimate. And this is, when you think about it, this is his first screw up. But it's not really a screw up. It's just maybe, he got to that place, where he was towards to like, man, I'm feeling normal again. I'm feeling like I used to feel, You gotta look at it from that perspective. And that's what I just wanted to share with you guys. So once again, thank you all for watching. Hopefully some of you understand. Hopefully some of you that didn't understand have a better understanding. And again, let me know in the comment section below. Once again, thank you all for watching. Love your beautiful faces. Catch you all later. Peace out.